Hello and welcome to this session showing you how simple and quick it is to deploy a customer using the QBS hosting portal on Azure. So I'm going to log in using my account. So now I am logged into my own account, and in order to deploy a sandbox or a customer configuration, you need to have 4 elements. These elements need to be database backups. You need to have a database that you want to upload to do the initial configuration with. You need to have a license. You need to have a server price and a configuration. Typically, configurations will be fed through to you from the admin account for the specific portal that you log into. In this case, is the UK portal. So you don't have to worry about this step. Server price, you can take the default, or you can create your own pricing for differentiating different customers, for instance. So let's go now and deploy a customer. Click on customers, create new customer. At this point, I will decide I want to deploy a 2016 nav environment. So I select a Cronus DB in this case. I click on next, take the default, and again, at this point, I want to deploy a server which is a normal configuration with its instance count of 2, and click on next. Now I want to tell the system where I want my data to reside. In this case, I want Northern Europe, SQL Server in a public shared mode. Click on next. This is my license. I select that. Now the fun starts. You have a choice of deploying as a classic nav authentication or Office 365. Before I go and do that, I'm just going to show you how cool it is to deploy with Office 365 without any sort of technical knowledge of PowerShell. So if you click on Office 365, you get asked for credentials for the admin account. So I'm going to type it in. I click on validate, and the system is now going to check the validity of that account and the necessary rights to that Office 365 tenancy. It liked it, so it allows me to click on next. I select the default there, click on next. Now I can come in here and I can select users that are on that tenant to become nav users. So let's have a look at what we have in here. These are all the users that exist under the tenant that I have selected. So let's select Carrie, for instance, and we want to make Carrie a full user in nav. So we'll name it Carrie Furs, and I select full user, click on add. Now I want to select another person, and I go with Katie Jordan, and Katie Jordan is going to be a limited user. I guess by now you get the drift that when we go and deploy, these users will be automatically injected in the database and will have the specification that you require, either full user or limited user. So click on next, and now you can go to create the record for this customer. So let's call it test customer, and we call it customer at customer.com. Just put any information related to your customer in here. And if you don't want the customer to be notified when the solution has built and is ready to be used, then you can toggle off this switch. It says send welcome email, turn it off. And at this point, you just click on create customer. So I'm not going to do that simply because it will create this environment, and I'm just doing a test. So I can go back now and I could change the authentication. I've decided I don't want to do Office 365, but I'd like to do Classic. So if I click on Classic, again, it gives me the options. I can come in here and I can create the first user, Joe Blogs, and jb@customer.com. And again, I can select the Joe Blogs to be added as the first nav user, as a full user. That's how simple it is. Thank you for watching. Bye.